Recording is on.
Right.
Yeah, with everything that she's fighting against, and she realizes this, and what we've seen and been defending her on, she still can build from there using her following, speaking truth to these things, and eventually what that leads to is them crawling back to you. So then from there, you had the choice either to, okay, all right, but my fans know me, so if something goes, and I get to still fulfill my dream, right? Because there's plenty of, especially comedians. It's funny how it's, yeah, mainly comedians that's done this because they've been blackballed or haven't been paid enough. So what they did was use their own following, their fans. Like Bill Burr, he did that with his podcast. Now he's able to speak his mind the way he couldn't before and not be afraid to be blackballed because so many of the people that watch he's big on his podcast is big. So if you fuck with him, people will boycott your movie or whatever it is. Remember that backlash when he was talking about when he was on Saturday Night Live for the first time, and he did a skit about why black why Black History has the shortest month of the year, yet the LGBT gets Pride Month for a whole, one of the longest. He made a joke about that, and the lefties went after him. They threatened all this shit, like he can't come back and all that stuff. Then his fans was like, "The fuck, nah, you ain't doing that. You ain't doing that," and he got through. And then there's Adam Carolla, same thing. He's getting underpaid. He's the one with Dr. Drew Love Line, and like that's what his big payday was with Dr. Drew, because without him, and the thing is, he was the one that was bringing Dr. Drew an audience because of his comedy and the type of dude he was, the man show and all that stuff. So eventually he was like, all right, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna be a pirate, yo, and my company's gonna be the pirate ship. Any one of my followers, this you remember me from Love Line and the man show and all that stuff, follow me, yo. Then he created his podcast, and now he's the number one podcast. Him, and he's like right up there with like Joe Rogan. So I've even seen him live because I've seen the journey. I've witnessed Bill Burr's journey from the beginning, and like halfway through, not halfway, but less than halfway through of Adam Carolla's. And then there's Owen Benjamin. There's plenty that do this. And you could say Joe Rogan's doing that too right now, but he's still too much of the mainstream at the same time with the UFC and shit. But yeah. So you still win, and you get to, yeah, you go. It kind of looks kind of hypocritical when you still deal with these people when you could have gone that route, because plenty have, and I'm sure a lot of fans would not mind if you said that. They'd be like, all right, I'm with you. Whatever you're doing next, let's do it.
So the whole Monique thing, like when it first happened, I've been following it ever since. She had her Vegas residency for about 3 years after the whole situation with Netflix. She's been doing a comedy run tour for about some years now, and the whole thing with Dave Ship not with that what's the name, DL Hughley,
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
where she has signed one contract saying she's the headliner, and then the promoter signed a separate contract with DL Hughley saying he was the headliner. And so it was two different contracts, but both of them was headliners.
And isn't that funny how they both was at each other's throat instead of the main motherfucker that started the drama? This is what I'm talking about.
Didn't I say that when the first?
And a black woman? Like, we need to stop this shit. What should have happened is they both should have came to terms to sue the fucking industry or the people that was doing that show
Promoter,
in
I
the
think
first place for misrepresenting them.
I,
No,
Yeah.
s- I swear I said that when
it-
this came up
look,
in the podcast.
like black man and a black woman cannot even get along in the business. It fuck the black man and the black woman. We can't even make it show them that it's kind of like just being made fun of all over again by using these two people that black people admire. Okay, that's disgusting. Because that was a breach of contract, not on DL Hughley's side or Monique's side. It was on the platform they decided to give their jokes on. But what do we see in
Mhm.
the fucking media that's controlled by you know who? Exactly. And I bet you the person that tricked Monique and tricked DL Hughley was a person not of color.
Mhm. Neither one of them knew that each other had a different contract until DL Hughley finally revealed his contract, which she then revealed her contract. So, because when like the thing was happening at real time, and that's when she went on stage before him, and she went off because she felt like she was being mistreated, and that DL Hughley was, playing her with her top, not realizing that it was a whole
Oh.
set of two separate contracts running rampant until he finally revealed her. So once, she jumped on stage, was, just ranting, and then she was like, show your contract. Then, he was like, why didn't you show my contract? Then he finally showed his contract. And then
Mm-mm.
she showed hers. She signed her contract like a day before him. And then he signed his like a day later. And I was just like, this is crazy. Like, I understand, like, it was very like weird but in real time, when you angry, you angry. You you gonna,
Yeah,
especially
it's
being a
losing.
comedian.
Shouldn't do business at all. People, I've been to many meetings with high profile people, and yes, they have debates. Yes, they try to, other companies try to play the company that I would be in these meetings with. Okay? But at the end of the day, people talk with it with a low level, straight, balanced head to get to the problem. If someone outside of the company can make the whole company of people be all emotional and angry in their problems, they are never going to make no money. So, what business does she have even getting on stage and talking shit without knowing all the fucking facts? Anybody with a straight, balanced head that preaches about how black women need to represent themselves would know how to be calm. She's the main motherfucker talking about how women should act when they're with a man or to gain a husband. So the fact that she lost her cool like these ratchet bitches in the street, she has no fucking business talking about business or talking about how to keep a husband. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Damn.
Chris, I can tell that bonnet stuff triggered the hell out of you.
It sure did, because I don't like hypocrites. She here represent a level-headed, strong black woman. She's a hypocrite.
I
My
was
bad.
like, boy, Monique, she triggered the heck. I'm like, she was like, at this point, like her character is completely flawed. It ain't right. Anything that come out her mouth at this point, I don't care if it's justified. It ain't right.
No, because she put down D.L. Hughley. What does D.L. Hughley talk about material? Does he put down
So
women been with a black
her
woman?
and Joe we have low key beef though,
But
which
still,
was also revealed during this whole incident.
yeah, but that's what, okay, but she be material. She be the main motherfucker talking about raise these black men up, right? But because you have this beef, you're willing to put DL Hughley on the fucking cross instead of find out that the white man fucked you over. You're stupid. El stupido. Like, what are you doing?
So
DL
it's
Hughley
the same.
has kids. He
I'm
has
not justifying, Will Smith stuff and, Chris Rock's situation. But there be low key beef that we don't know about that's been going on for years. And so when the situation happened, she felt like DL Hughley was playing with her. Like he was purpose, like, but she didn't know the whole contract situation. She wasn't aware of that. There was no talk about, well, this and that. It was just like she woke up at the very last minute, she was coming out before him. She was not aware that she was going to be coming out before him. So to
Yeah,
her,
I
she
thought she
felt
was
like
getting
he
him
did it purposely. Like he went in using his macho man status. And the fact that everybody feels like, they don't like her, they be blackballing her in situation. And he like used that because he does talk about her, spew some negativity about her and everything like that. She did come to his little podcast thing, whatever, his radio thing, and they had some beef. And it was just like at that point when they both was, at the show and everything, because they was never at practice together. They came out there and she found out that she was, going up before him. And she's like, I'm the headliner. Why would I? And it was like, well, no, he's doing this. So she felt like he used his strength and like played her. And at that point, all she saw was red.
That's a problem because then that means that she's giving him power that should not even exist if she says she's the woman she is. If she knows
Mhm.
a beef with a man and it's in a business era, um, just deal with what you're have the focus on you on stage, not about contracts that your audience is not even in that field to understand. That's what I'm like trying to figure out. Like, what in your mind would tell you by doing this is going to solve anything, and why would you give DL Hughley all that power over you to make you look stupid, even if both of you guys was unaware? But who dealt with the situation in a calm, level-headed way? So he still wins in the end if you given him any power in the first place. Like, it's just El Stupido. God bless her heart. But as far as I'm concerned, from here on out, she's just a hypocrite. My bad.
Uh, I like me some Monique. So I think I would have did the same thing, boy. If Netflix was giving me the money that I wanted, boy, I would have been contract signed, show
Um,
signed.
I
She
don't know.
already on a road tour. She's now getting clout that she lost for a long time. People are now on her side, so she have leverage now. So she better hit the iron when it's hot. Make sure her babies is continually fed, getting paid what she deserved instead of getting paid pennies. Now, if she accepted it for like the original contract, now I'd been like, yo, you did all that just to go back to pennies? No, I'm not doing that.
Any last words before we move on to our final topic? I guess we can move on. Okay. On this on this segment of he fucked around and found out. If y'all heard of a Tampa Bay rapper named Rolly Bands.
Nope.
Oh, oh my God.
For those who don't know, there was a rapper that I didn't know who he was, but he went by the name of Rolly Bands, and he put on his Instagram story
Mm.
basically, and I'm paraphrasing, basically called out his options like anybody that wants smoke, he'd be out there in 5 minutes. Well, he was out there and he got shot to death in front of his apartment, in front of his apartment door. So, um,
Did he
yeah,
die?
yes, he died. He is dead. He is now considered dead. So he literally fucked around and he found out. So the reason why this story was interesting to me because I've been noticing that a lot of people have been having this sort of negative energy and it's like whoever wants smoke, all pull it up. And then you've been seeing like shit like this happen. So I come to the panel. It's just like, why do y'all think like all this negative energy is like coming out to the world so much?
I think it's based off of the fact that we live in a social media era So with that said, it's a lot of people that kind of like give energy to that type of person that is stupid enough to put their address or to initiate fights online because they still want their gangster card. Like that situation with Rolling Bands or whatever his name is, he still wanted to have street credit. So street credit obviously outweighed his logical thinking of saying, yo, I got money. Maybe I should move into a better neighborhood. Maybe I should like only use that gangster attitude when I have to act on doing a video. But no, he wanted to keep his street cred. So he decided to write that stupid shit on social media because he had people and fans, you know, giving him that like, yeah, fine. Like I don't know. He had his fans hyping him up, gaslighting him up as usual when these motherfuckers die off of social media. And then, you know, he passed on. And I know I'm supposed to be a little more sympathetic, but I see it so many fucking times. You get gaslighted up, you go on social media and you think that it's cool to and then like people will fucking find you. It's not that hard to find someone's IP address nowadays, especially if you don't have VPN. Anybody can be found. People are getting kidnapped based off just put pinging they're located at such game or whatever. It's serious out there. So if you think that it's cool now to initiate a fight and you know you have beef with people that are willing to kill without second thoughts, what makes you think that you're gonna be okay being in the neighborhood that you came from because you're a gangster, right? The fuck?
And will any of his fans actually help him, show up and help him, or would they just record it?
They didn't even get that far.
Hmm.
They didn't even get that.
Is there a video? Because I kind of low key want to see, like, was it a shootout? Or, like, you know, how did this.
They shot him, and I don't think there was a video. Nor do I want to see a video of a nigga getting shot. I think I've had my enough. I think I've had enough of rappers dying this year.
No, it just doesn't make sense.
What doesn't make sense about it? He
Like,
asked,
you said he wrote a message, or was he on live and said if anybody wants smoke,
you
he'll
know,
be.
you know them IG stories where you just like people that see your stories and it's just like I forgot what it says something about for all my ops that want smoke with me is like I'm outside my crib in 5 minutes. You know where I'm something like that.
So he knew he had ops, and he was prepared for them because he told them he was gonna be there in 5 minutes. But you wasn't ready, so it just don't make sense. Like, why would you send them somewhere and you not be ready?
Material.
Like, this is I want to see the video. Like, was it a shootout, or did he just was he driving up and he just got blasted? Like, this don't make sense. How could you be this slow to be asking
Here's
people
what
to
he
come
said.
to
Here's
you?
what he said. A lot of these niggas know where I live at for real. I sleep in peace. If a nigga wants smoke, I'm at my crib in 5 minutes. That's what he said.
So Nick was upset because he's sleeping in peace.
I don't know what the fuck. It was niggas doing nigga shit. I hate saying like this because it reminds me of Boondocks and nigga moments, even though I love the nigga moment shit, but this was some dumb nigga shit where where they say play stupid games and win stupid prizes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
this was it. I I don't think there's nothing deeper than that. Than he fucked around and found out. So I was like, I want to honestly, I want to have sympathy because I feel like maybe it's a little deep. I don't like deeper that you wanted to fucking call your ops out and show niggas you hard and shit, but the nigga lost his life. It's just like, was it worth it?
Shit, I know I got a bunch of bitches who don't like me, but I'm not about to send a post to say to all my bitches that don't like me.
No.
Yo, real talk. I had to tell one of my female friends to take that shit down. She was like, before the summer's over, anybody want to fight?
Oh.
Yo, take that dumb shit down.
No.
Like that's just ignorant. Like this is they want to fight. They could have found me. Like I walk around freely. Why I need to let y'all know I'm walking around freely? Like you should be. He should have been prepared. And I'm like, okay, but you thought you was gonna build your like.
And of all
Still,
places,
nobody knows you.
Tampa. Like, come on now. Like, I could understand Miami, but Tampa, chill. That's like, nah. Like,
Exactly. You died and still a nobody. Like why?
and you know what's funny, Ray? You had said that's dumb nigga shit. That's DNS. And ironically, DNS is also used as like a short-term representative of like computers used to connect to each other. And it works like a phone book by managing the mapping between names and numbers. So I find it interesting that it's dumb nigga shit that connects everybody with everybody
Wow.
who likes to do that dumb nigga shit.
Wow.
Okay. And what's funny is
I
DNS
love it.
servers translate requests for names into IP addresses. So it's even more interesting that this dumb nigga went on this fucking internet to connect with other dumb niggas to shoot. Ain't that ironic? All right, I'll stop. I'm a yeah. I had a little too much to drink.
Nah, that was beautiful. I enjoyed
I
that.
don't even have life insurance. It's just stupid.
Trust me, when I first heard this story, I was at your level too. It's like, what the fuck is this dumb nigga?
At least he should at least have life insurance prior to posting that up. Somebody could at least benefited from his death.
We lost a black man because he decided to bring a fight to his doorstep because of the gangster.
At
Do
your
you
place,
have kids?
at your place of peace, and that's the. It's just like,
He toxic.
if that's your place of peace, why do you? What do you fucking? What's his name? Ganyan fucking Shao Kahn. I don't want peace. I want problems always. It's like, what's
And this is
Oh
why
my goodness.
I feel because they don't go online doing this dumbass shit. What
I,
is
I think
what is
I
wrong?
think a lot of these people start to feel like these so-called killers ain't killers no more
No,
because after no, it's so much stuff that has happened and it's so many people that's just walking around freely. So that at this point, they start to think these killers ain't really killers no more. And so he been living freely for too long, and he started to question like, is these dudes really about that life? Like he
look,
forgot, and
yeah,
he had to be reminded, but he ain't gonna see it tomorrow.
no, no, he's not. And I think what happens a lot too is that okay, so in Brooklyn. When I used to tell people I'm from Brooklyn, they would be like, "Okay, are you okay? Do you need therapy? Are you?" But but now we have memes like a girl, um, a Caucasian woman dancing out of Marcy's projects where Jay-Z grew up. It's not the fucking same.
I saw
So
Mhm.
that.
these so-called gangsters, there's no respect, there's no street rules, nothing like that. So when y'all walking around with a gun on your waist, trust and believe. You do that on Flatbush back in 2000, 1998, and stuff like that. You're asking for a fucking challenge. In fact, the gangs on Flatbush, right? You walk around with a gun on your hip, and they got their baby outside. They're just gonna shoot you just for looking like you want to do something. It's not an if, and it's about respect. They don't want if they ain't showing their kids a gun, they'll be damned if you come on a block showing a gun, walking around like you're gonna do something. But nowadays, people have toy guns that look so realistic that it makes them feel like a fucking king. They go on media flashing around this fake ass gun. Then when they get shot for real,
Oh,
Oh shit.
I think
Oh,
I think she probably lost her.
nah, I don't think that was it. I think I was trying to kick out Dion. I think I accidentally kicked her out. Oh Lord.
Oh wait, did Dion fall asleep?
Yeah, Dion fell asleep.
I heard it.
Oh Lord. Shoot.
What the? Oh no. Oh,
You know, when he get drunk, he shit. I hope she noticed. I hope she's not still talking. Oh shit.
Nah, she was making the same. I'm telling you, the same point I was just making. I really think people don't think these killers are killers anymore.
You, I don't know because I mean, for like a while, a lot of the Chicago rappers have been, dying, and then like niggas been catching them lacking in the streets, and it's like a lot of them just been like.
Crystal, is that you? Are you with us?
Are you with us, Crystal?
You're still muted.
You're still muted.
I'm here.
Thank God.
I apologize. That was my fault. I was trying to kick out Dion. I think I kicked you out by accident. Dion fell asleep. Started snoring, and I was like, "Oh,
oh no!"
Oh, that's what I was hearing. Okay, I was trying to figure it out.
Go ahead. Continue what you were saying before.
Before
I'm
you,
sorry.
before you shot. Okay. No, but all
You probably thought, oh, they didn't like what I said.
I'm so sorry. I was like, I heard him sleep. I heard him snoring. I was like, all right, let me get him out of here. Go ahead.
But all I'm saying is that is a lot of guys nowadays that they feel like because of social media, they got fans and they think that they're really a gangster. But all I'm saying is I used to be scared to even have the color red on in my neighborhood. Okay. Because it's people that would legit walk up to me and be like, okay, so what are you doing? At the end of the day. But these people out here, they be like, yeah, I'm Crip, I'm Blood, or whatever the fuck they think they are. Then when it's time to show signs, they be just making up any old thing. Nobody checks them on it. Nobody checks these kids nowadays. The rules are out the fucking window. Babies and kids are getting shot at a numerous rate in the street, all because this motherfucker thinks he's a gangster or people similar to him. So when gangsters never tell you where the fuck they are. That's on some bitch attitude shit. Okay? True gangsters, they don't tell you where they are. This shit needs to stop.
You ain't lying. Because back in the days, it used like me being from Miami, they used to say, don't stop in Little Haiti. Because they said you stop in Little Haiti, your whole tires will be gone. You'll be sitting on bricks instantly. Because when they just take tires real quick, put you on bricks, you stuck, and then rob you. Because now you got to get out the car. You realize you ain't gone. That car, by the time you go get something, that car already gone. But now people running around there like tourists like season. I'm like, what? Now these tourists running around in the hood. Back in the days, they used to stay on South Beach, and that was it. They ain't even past South Beach. Now they in the projects, just walking around freely without no fear. So people at this point, they came to the understanding, like you said, like this new generation of so-called thugs ain't doing what the old generation of so-called thugs would do. Like, even though the death is higher, but it's because they panicking. The moment someone put pressure to them, they just start shooting up in the air. Don't even know how to shoot. Shit just land in random locations.
Y'all remember when Eddie Murphy came back to SNL and he was doing his Mr. Rogers, right? And he was talking about gentrification. He's like, and then he was like, my new white neighbors. They moved into an old building that one of my friends used to smoke crack in.
Ain't that?
I thought that was funny. And also, I saw that video of that white girl Harlem Shaking in Marcy. I was like, what the fuck is this bullshit?
That damn projects. That was oof. I don't want to get
because white people would just be trembling when a black person moved into like their neighborhood, and now the white people all moving into black people's neighborhood and rolling them out.
Let me tell you about Marcy Projects real quick. Marcy Projects and Brownsville area and shit like that. I couldn't even visit my aunt without me saying, I know such and such on the 6th floor. And they would let me pass. Everybody was outside. That's another thing. Social media is keeping a lot of these true gangsters inside with their family. Nobody's outside playing double dutch. Nobody's outside looking for where the cops at to do their dirt. Nobody's really outside anymore. So, of course, gentrification can happen because you're moving out a lot of people who can barely afford even the projects right now, the little bit that they have to pay off of subsidized housing. So you're not going to see the full effect of fuckery. But don't be coming talking about, I live on such and such street, come for me, because we all know that the area you fucking live in, if you're saying you live in peace and you don't hear gunshots every night, is sort of gentrified and you got very comfortable. So now that the gangsters see that you're in this gentrified neighborhood, they're like, oh, okay. Because if you weren't, your ops would have already been shot back at because of the neighborhood you live in, more than likely. But they weren't. You'd even have people to have your fucking back. Because not only he would have been shot, his friends would have been shot. But where is it? They're on social media. Whatever. I can't. I refuse.
Yeah. That was a hell no. I was like, I don't know who allowed this shit. It's just it was like that white girl all smiling and shit, and I was just like, yo.
Or it was another video. These, I think it was like Hispanic dudes or Mexicans or whatever. They was at D Block in Chicago. Suppose D Block is like the worst location or whatever.
You mean
And they was out here making a whole rap video just saying the N word just freely. And people just walking by freely, just letting them say the N word. Now one person, ran up on them. The guys was a little bit terrified for a little bit because they started moving around and stuff. But then they realized, well, these niggas ain't gonna do nothing to me. So they just got even more bold with it. And I'm just like, that's
Yeah, because I remember the one poor girl, the one white girl from Yugoslavia, I think. No, Croatia. I brought her to New York, to Brooklyn, and all the girls that I used to have fights with on the block and stuff, they was asking, who's this? They were questioning her. And I said, look, you can't crack a smile with these girls. You can't do anything. Just, you came to visit my hood. Here we are, whatever. And then I got to get you back to Queens. And she's like, no, I want to stay a little longer. So in Brooklyn, and
bitch, it was like that.
Yeah, you know this. What the girls do in Brooklyn is they smile like they're your bestie and be like, oh, let me do your hair. I really like how you look. Where you get those shoes from? Material, do you know where I'm going with this, right? So what did I tell this bitch to do? Not smile with them. Don't be like, we gotta go. Let's go to the bodega, get a bagel and butter, and get the fuck on the train. But nah, want to make friends. And I tried to warn your ass, and you got that white people's here. So here we are, and you like all happy and smiling. Tell me why they jumped her.
well, she should have expected that.
Fuck around and found out.
They took her shoes and they jumped her. And I can't help you from here because I told your ass not to. I can't jump in when it's 10 bitches on you. And I taught you how to fight, so here we are. Like, this is not cool. I'm trying to get home. You wanted to visit the hood or whatever. You see the hood. This is not a zoo, but whatever. You get a little taste or whatever. Go back to Queens, be happy. But no, you wanted to be all smiley and stuff. And the reason they jumped her is because she was a little too friendly with one of the black boys on our block.
Yeah.
and the black boy was one of the girls that she was like, oh, I like your hair. And they was trying to braid her hair. And it was like, oh, Crystal, this is your friend. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Like, don't act like my friend because you're just looking to fuck her up to make me look bad. But it's okay because I'm not jumping in. But anyway, the boy conspired with the girls to make this girl feel like she's one of us, and then gone and jumped her. That was the girl. That was the people back in day in Brooklyn. They'll smile up in your face and act like everything's cool. Like, we're so happy to have you here. And the next thing you know, you're missing your shoes, your purse, your teeth, your hair. Like, it's not cool.
Not the teeth.
Angry at her. Like, how am I gonna explain this to her mother?
She fucked around and found out.
The moment, first of all, If I was ever a white woman in whatever lifespan I lived in, if I went into a hood and they said they like my shoes, instantly, if I watched enough black hood movies, I would know that means they might want it.
She was sheltered.
So at this point, I would have said, I don't even know where I got it from. It probably was Payless or something, just dirt cheap. And it was like at this point, they know that bitch ain't get from Payless. And they probably didn't even want the shoes, but just off of pure just dislike, they snatched the shoes up so she could walk barefoot.
That's how you know a neighborhood's gentrified, because if you could dance in front of Marcy's projects and nobody robbed your ass, nobody asked you for the time while sticking you up, then I don't know what to tell you. Then you're not a gangster just because you were where gangsters used to be. That's like me going to Iraq. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Used to be a war there. Still some shit going on, but it doesn't mean just because it's gentrified that it's changed. And it's not the same. It's you. Uh, I can't. I
I
can't.
don't even know. The only thing I knew about New York was stuff that I saw in the movies. And
And
for
you,
me, I've never seen project buildings. Like we
there's
always in Florida, we just have project homes. Like it's just a
y'all,
bunch of houses.
y'all got
Like
me.
you might have a 3-story building apartment that's a project area, but we ain't got no 15-floor
No,
projects.
your projects.
No like.
The,
But after you seen like, was it Losing Isaiah or what's the other movie? Like it's all the movies that be in New York in the projects or Hardball and
Brooklyn.
nothing but like shots going out in the little hallways. You can't walk in the hallway without possibly dying or everybody a crackhead. So I'm just like, I passed by and that's about it. Every time I went to New York, I just passed by. I was like, I'm good.
a
Like,
co-
I'm not trying to take no picture up front. I
mm,
don't need to accidentally lose my head. I'm good.
because of Precious, I had a bitch ask me, a coworker asked me, "Oh, the garbage being all over the place, is it like that in New York?" I said, "Oh, you should definitely go and visit and find out for yourself." She was like, "Why can't you tell me?" I'm like, "Because you're so curious. I want you to find out firsthand. I mean, why take my word for it?" She did go to New York and she found out.
It
Very.
was no curiosity about going to visit the projects. I've seen too many of them.
Mm.
We got our own projects, and like if you got your own home projects, what you need to go look at other state projects. They
But the fact that you're
niggas are dying in all of them.
in the
Like it's not a project in America that niggas ain't dying from. So why would you want to go visit a project somewhere else when you can visit your own and die there?
because material people with lifestyles that doesn't look like in the movie, and they think I'm from a movie scene that they saw in the projects in New York, of course they're going to be so excited to live that kind of lifestyle. That's like me going on Hollywood set of a movie that just happened, like The Matrix, and me doing all the Matrix tricks thinking that I'm living a true Matrix movie. Like, bitch, get the fuck out. Like, I'm not doing this. Like, that's how half of these motherfuckers go to these states and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm a gangster now." No, bitch, no. It's the time is gone. It's gentrified. Just because you're standing on the land does not make you a gangster. Just because
Mm-mm.
you go to visit Marcy's projects doesn't make you cool. It makes you stupid.
You
Shit,
know what
was
my
Soldier
funny?
Boy? I think when he went to what? Was it Chicago? Nigga almost lost his life.
Who?
Who?
Soldier Boy when he was doing that video, he went up to I think he was
Oh,
in
he was in Compton. He was in Compton.
Were they robbing him?
No, he was in
yeah.
Compton because he was like, oh, he was trying to, because he is also a blood, and he was like, who said Soldier Boy ain't out of Compton? And like he tried to put his arms around one dude, and niggas like
And
shrugged him off.
Then the phone went falling to the floor and it was a tussle. I
they
was
took
like,
his
what?
phone. They took his phone. I think I remember that.
I was like, he almost lost his life trying to
But
play kid games.
gosh, and that's another thing. Entitlement.
And then he went to D Block, but he recorded the whole thing. Like it was like a whole camera crew come with him when he went to D Block last time when he went to Compton by himself. But he ain't did that ever since. did that whole stupid game. The next time he went to D Block in Chicago, but he brought a a whole crew. It was for a video he was doing. So that was different. But I'm just like, yeah, you know better this time.
He
You're
brought
not about to go nowhere.
he can record everything so the gangsters won't be so quick to shoot his ass. That's really what it is. Sure that the cameraman was white, so they was really like, okay, the cops are really going to come for us if we start shooting. That's what.
A real thug would have still shot his ass. them, them back in the day thugs would have shot you in front of the police and then still say they didn't do it with all the evidence.
And look at the witnesses. Like, I bet you.
Exactly. Just because I'm getting locked up for 20 years, please don't believe I ain't got niggas in the street that'll do it for me.
Yep. Any last words before we move on to our final thoughts?
Yes, don't go on social media acting like you a gangster, cause the new age gangsters ain't shit. And people like what's his name? 69. I forgot his full name, but people,
Takashi 69.
yeah, that's like, stop it. He's a whole rainbow. He's a whole skittle. Like, let's not do this, okay? Because then a real OG will, and that's another thing. A real OG is very organized. Next thing you know, you laid out in the street, and nobody knows who did it. Like, don't risk your life talking about meet me here, because then you're telling God, yeah, I'm ready to come to heaven or hell, whichever way you go. But stop doing that. So it's not a place to play gangster, because
I'm
gangster.
not telling God I'm ready to go to heaven.
I'm just saying,
Them niggas ready to go somewhere, but I don't know if I have.
I'm done.
They ready to go to peace.
I'm gonna just say this. I would like to see some of y'all niggas invite someone to a peaceful gathering instead of just, if you want smoke. One of these days, it's like, I want to see, this beef shit is too much. We need to reconcile. Too many rappers done died. I hate to sound like one of these sappy ass, but obviously too many niggas done died off of some stupid shit. We don't need more people dying off of stupid shit. And let this be a lesson to y'all. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Just like if you even just try to live a peaceful life, and that's all I'm gonna say. Also, my father, cause he born and raised in New York, he used to give me one advice that I always take for granted. He said, "Don't look up; you'll look like a tourist." So, every time I go to, he said, "Don't look up; you'll look like a tourist. Niggas will rob you."
They will pick because you ain't looking, and they're really good at what they do.
Mm-hmm. Right.
If you got money, put it in your shoe. If you're a smoker, put it in your cigarette box. Never put your money where they can get to it. If you're a woman and you got like dollar bills, because that's what they don't use debit or credit in New York, put it in your bra. If you don't sweat a lot, you good.
Listen to the advice. Also, sweaty titty money, but
them niggas still accepting sweaty titty money at them bodegas faithfully. If you watch every video, there's a female pulling a thing out her damn breast pocket.
Yeah, I see that a lot. All right, we gonna get into our final thoughts, and we gonna start with D Wolf.
Of course you would. Damn. I don't know. I don't have one. Escape me if I think of something else.
All right. Material Life is on you.
Final thought. This world is ghetto. People dying without life insurance. Everybody should invest in life insurance. Even if you don't know, especially if you're a thug, just invest in life insurance. They don't know you're a thug. Just do it for the family. At least leave them with something. And don't invest in the lowest amount. Invest in the highest amount. Run these insurance up. Run them up. Go all the way. Go for 100 million, 1 million. Just go for the highest number. And keep paying it monthly. If you don't pay your house, at least pay your life insurance for your family.
That's some very good advice. Is that it?
That's it.
Okay. Crystal's on you.
All right. So I got a TikTok. Um, I got a TikTok account, and I actually put videos out and whatnot. But sometimes I be seeing a lot.
Congratulations.
Huh?
Congratulations.
Oh.
Congratulations.
So, but I be seeing a lot of fuckery on my For You page when it comes to the black man and black woman. And you guys know how not sensitive, but passionate I am about just speaking pure facts and not making the black woman or black man look like they're fucking crazy and we can't get along, because that's not true. But okay, TikTok loves to keep those videos up, but if it's someone speaking of substance and uplifting words, it's taken off. But besides that, all I want to say when it comes to TikTok, the black man and the black woman's laundry is always going to be aired out because that's how other companies make their money, including TikTok. Um, and it should be known that the black man and the black woman's laundry will always be aired out. All the flaws that they have, never the good stuff. But other ethnicities don't have to deal with that shit. So before people want to go on TikTok and believe whatever the fuck is put on TikTok regarding that ethnicity, get a reality check, because there's other ethnicities that have dirty laundry to be aired out that's never aired out. Let's keep it fucking 100. And for the black man and black woman that is pushing this fake reality of what represents the black woman and black man and just talking about the flaws on TikTok, y'all can kick rocks with open toe shoes, because you know that's fake too. Like, we need to understand that it's not always negative when it comes to the black man and black woman. It's just that our laundry is aired out more than any other ethnicity. And I have yet to hear about the other ethnicities' laundry. They keep that under fucking wraps. So I think the ones that love to talk negative shit need to take a note from the people that do not talk about their other ethnicities, women or men, their dirty laundry, because there's a lot of dirty laundry that I've found out just doing my bare minimum research, but it's never on TikTok. So keep that in mind. That's all I gotta say.
All right. Now, Father is on you.
Oh man. Let's see. What do I want to talk about? This Vince Loud Pack. I'm still on it. I'm sorry. I'm excited. I'm excited for what he's about to do. If I think I know what he's about to do and he's gonna do it, bruh. I trust Triple H, man. We gonna see. But yeah, that's my final thoughts. I don't know.
All right, last call for D Wolf. You get your final thoughts?
Yep. You can seek the truth or bury your head in the sand, but both require digging. That's my final thoughts.
Well, damn. I like that.
That was impactful.
That was very impactful. Now
That was a recent retweet.
I like that a lot. Now I'm about to ruin it by saying some ratchet shit.
Here we go.
I wanted to talk about this, but I guess I can use it as a final thought. Brothers, I understand. You know, there are times we have been down bad. You know, I've been through celibacy myself, but never in my life where a woman has washed her vagina in a sink with a used Nike sock and some pomegranate soap and tried to wash her pussy out. If it comes to that, I just throw the pussy away, please. It's just
Right.
I don't think that's vagina that you need to be investing in, and
What is happening?
I hope you can do better in life. If y'all don't know what the hell I'm talking about, I put it in the group chat. I'll send it to D Wolf and Material Life.
All right.
But there was
Yeah,
some
I saw
dude.
that on Twitter.
Yeah, there was some dude. He was mad because I guess he brought a girl to his house and he was texting his homeboy. And that I guess she had an aroma with her vagina, and I guess her pH balance was very off that day.
He had a yeast. Sounds like it.
Yeah, so I guess she was there. I guess he was just got to see it through, my boy. And well, she done washed her pussy in the sink. She done washed her pussy in the sink with a used sock and some pomegranate soap. And you just sat, and the nigga just sat there and go, I'ma still smash. I need to see what this girl looks like, first of all. I wouldn't do it, but I want to see if she was at least justified enough to go, yeah, I'm gonna just go through that. Because if you doubt that much, just take a or make her take a shower, please. You know,
he know what she washed his stuff with. Did he see? Tell him.
From what I've seen, he watched her take a used sock and some pomegranate.
And he still smashed?
Yeah.
You see, this is why I need to know a nigga's track record of where your dick has been. Because niggas, they can look, she can have something done been affected and it doesn't affect him, but the minute he sticks his dick in another woman, it activates something, and now she got a super yeast infection. I can't stand these niggas. He still smashed her after he used a used sock for her pussy.
That's just nasty.
Yeah,
like my face has been contorted since you at first I thought you was talking about I heard like I don't know, my brain was still stuck on the fact that she was at the sink, and I'm just like, okay, why wasn't she in the bath, like the shower?
Yeah, I was about to say you couldn't have used a shower or something. It's just
but we can't go past. So I'm thinking you said a shoelace. I was like, what are you trying to do? Like, I'm so confused. And then why she got pumped? But then you said when I heard the sock part, it's still disgusting. The whole concept, like, sis, you might like. I don't know who's worse, him or her.
They both worse.
No, somebody gotta be the worst out of the two, because the fact that she was determined.
Well, I'm just thinking. And here's where like my fucked up head goes. What if a pussy smell like athlete's foot?
Stop it.
When the guy told you your shit is stinking, it's detrimental to my health. The smell that's coming out of here.
And he still stuck it in though. And this is why fuck with niggas that talk about, oh, I want a high value woman. And then I look in the article, or I meet this bitch in the grocery store, because you know bitches be just can't wait to tell you that they smashed the nigga that you're now married to. And then she's like, oh yeah, I washed my pussy with his used sock, and then I flushed it down with pomegranate. It is what it is. I'm gonna be looking at this nigga like, we need to divorce like immediately, and I need to get checked because you're nasty.
Yeah, and he's just freely talking about it, like something ain't right with God. Come take me. This is just too much gathering going on.
Jesus, take me now.
Correct.
The fact that he could talk about it is even more ghetto. That she did it was ghetto, and then he just talking about it freely like it was something cute. Oh, she was down to smash so hard. Bitch, you went and took my used socks and wiped the stuff down, and that sock's probably stinking as hell still, and that sock's probably hard.
Yo, I'm done.
And then he smashed that, and he over here bragging about it. And the fact that you bragging about something you smashed that was nasty, And she was in. She couldn't even have the decency of going in the shower, taking a full shower. I don't even know the story.
It
She
was
was all
she was
day.
over his house, so it was like, why didn't you just say, "Hey, you can use my shower"?
Shower seems like less effort. You're gonna get naked after anyway.
I know she probably was out.
I don't care. I really don't go.
Material. If you heard that story, real talk, and I don't mean to cut you off, right? Because this is your last thought, and I'm still kerfuffled.
Yo,
To be kerfuffled. To be honest, I wanted y'all to interrupt because I knew y'all was gonna have a little bit of laugh about it, so it's okay.
Okay, but material, real quick. Say this dude did this, right? And then years later, he tells you, "Yeah, I fucked a girl that washed her pussy with a used sock." Would you still want to fuck with him?
No. I would be disgusted. I'm disgusted now. When Ray told me the story,
I wonder how far in a relationship
my face
it'll
was
take.
like my eyes was
You might as
up,
well just
my
take that
eyebrow
to the
was up,
grave.
my lip was like sideways. I was just like, I'm not like, is this real?
So you
Like,
would?
no, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like,
You might as well
what?
just take that to the grave. You might as
I
well
just want to make sure I wasn't being petty or being, because you know niggas, they be like, "Oh, but I fucked it. That was so long ago." But the minute I know you fucked this bitch and you talked about it, or you were flexing with your guys to be like, "Yeah, I fucked this bitch," and da da da, and her pussy was smelly, but it's all good. I still suck it.
It's
I
all,
can't look at you the same no more.
ew. No, ew.
No.
I'm gonna treat you like Kevin Hart.
I would be like,
Put a glass,
oh,
put your name on it. That's the only glass you drink it up out of. You don't drink out of no other glass.
First
dirty bitches. Now I'm the last. I got the chosen dirty dick. Nah, nigga, go. I'm good. Now I got to stand my whole body.
Crystal, the moment he came and told me his little sescapade and all that, I'm like, nigga, you talk too much. Like the story is nasty, but you just one of them niggas who just be freely just. So you about to go tell your boys about what we doing right now, huh?
Yeah, because girls, you know, in fact, even if the guy don't tell you, it's the girl that's gonna find their way to be like, "Oh, I wonder how such and such is doing," and they'll find their way into the bitch's inbox.
I'm telling you,
I've been through it too many times.
And you know they're gonna find her. I'm like, girl, I heard you was over here watching you with that dirty sock, dirty old. Like you ain't got no standards, you old drag foot asshole. That nigga didn't want you. He was just like, he couldn't have anybody at that time. And he picked your nasty.
It sounds desperate. So it tells me like if you was desperate to jump in this bitch
down bad,
then I can't be the girl that you have morale all of a sudden. All of a sudden you got morale.
He ain't got no morale.
Here,
the crackhead.
With a bitch named I don't know, Diamonds. And she's like, "Yeah, I had your man too." Nothing, you know, that's so long ago. I'm like, nah, if he fucked you, I can't fuck with him. I'm sorry, because then that means that he didn't know who else did he fuck. Like, I can't do it. I can't do
it. If you told me that, he would. To me, he can't be right in the mindset. He would have fucked the crackhead. He would have fucked the hoe with Mr. P. He would have fucked the grandma. He would even fuck somebody's mama while he's dating their girlfriend. You have no morals. You already done told sis her thing is hot.
Mm-hmm.
And then washed her. Went in the bathroom to watch her do this hot, nasty mess. Mm-hmm. And then still smash. So what will you not smash?
I wonder if she took too long, he was like quit pussyfooting around. But that's just me.
And he's an athlete? Like, what kind of dude is this?
I do not know.
No, she didn't take too long. He wanted to see that. He was intrigued. He probably gave her the socks to go wash that thing. It probably socks that came off his foot at that very moment.
I sent it to you in the in your DM so you can just see what he was saying in there, because he was just like after he said that she balled up the sock and then threw it into the sink. And it's just like,
yep.
I guess you just see someone do it and just go, Kobe.
She threw it under the sink.
She
Not the
bugged up
trash.
the fucking.
You know what?
Nasty.
Is
No, she's worse. That whole nasty.
that's
She
nasty.
is a bottom feeder.
You know what's sad? I've heard a worse story. I don't know if y'all heard this story, and this was a white woman that did this.
Oh, Lord.
Ray, my stomach is turning because the
Yo.
moment you said that, it has to be my stomach turned instantly because they go above and beyond.
Yeah. Oh, then you're not gonna like this story. This white girl, she told this story of how.
Ray, I don't think I can do it. I feel like I'm about to throw up. I don't even want to. Ray, just the thought of the story just feel gagged.
Oh yeah.
I know it's gonna be nasty.
You ain't gonna like this story. You might want to.
Dip now, yo.
Oh man, but I'll save you the drama. But it's not good. Let me just say that it's one of those things where it's like, why